Hi, girlies. Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
I don't know why some weeks I just feel like I haven't seen you in 5 years.
And we literally see each other every
I
week.
know. I'm like, where is my long lost friend?
I feel like we see each other in the beginning of the week, and then
Yeah.
it's like a long week goes, a whole
Yeah.
weekend goes,
Yeah.
and then it feels long.
I know. Well, I'll see you for Thanksgiving.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'm excited about that. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
We are so thankful for all of you. I don't even think there are enough words to say how thankful we are for all of your support, for everyone engaging with our stuff, for sharing, for sending us little notes, like telling us, things that you hear and relating to us. And I mean, I could not be more grateful for everybody.
I agree. I feel like we wouldn't be here without you guys.
Literally.
We love entertaining you.
Yes.
Alina's just so funny. We love her. I'm thankful for my co-host.
I am so thankful for you. We would not be able to do this without any of you, and I would not be able to do this without you.
No, girl, I cannot do this without
No,
you.
bitch. No, bitch.
Literally, from editing to like being prepared. I'm just like the friend that shows up.
No, that is so far from true. Well, yeah, you are the friend who shows up because you get here early and you get the studio the fuck ready, and then I roll in like,
It's fine.
Anyway.
You do so much where like I can't be mad. I'm always like, you know what? She's the queen. Whatever.
I'm like,
I'm
I
on
just
the-
roll
I'm on
in
the
10
queen's
minutes
time.
late. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I have to say, though, I mean, these Florida lights, girl, these Florida lights, there is something wrong. I've never been to a board meeting in my whole life, but Florida is making me want to attend a board meeting and be like, listen, this is not how we do it up north. It can be done and it will be done. Why does it take 30 minutes? The things I could do at the Florida Lights, get my nails done, book a therapy session, write a paper, read a book. What is going on?
I know. I always give myself a 30-minute buffer.
That's not
Never
even exaggerating, bitch. That's what you need to do. If you leave on time, you're late. If
Yes.
you're in New Jersey and you need to get somewhere that's 30 minutes away, you're going to get there in 20. If you're here and you need to get somewhere that's 30 minutes away, you'll get there in an hour.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Gotta
And
incorporate that
I'm like,
traffic.
actually, I live across the street, but I'll see you in 5 hours. It's like such bullshit.
Okay.
But here we are.
Yes. All that matters is we make it here safe every day.
Yes. I just want to take some time to share a couple things that we are thankful for, given that it is Thanksgiving week. Aside from, of course, all of you and my amazing sister across from me right now.
Ditto.
Of course, I'm thankful for my family, for my little Cash and my friends and my health. But I do want to say, like, aside from all the cliche things, and I do try.
I was just gonna say I'm trying to think of non-cliche ones.
It's all the cliche things, but it's
Yeah.
like, first of all, there is something to be said about just taking time to be grateful for the things in your life. Like, I will look around, and I know people say this and they're like, don't take things for granted. Like, when I look at like my dog or anything, and I'm like, even my car, like I got a new car this year, and I'm like, I drive it every day, and I'm like, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so thankful that I got home safe. I literally take time and do these check-ins. And even sometimes, like, if I just take a moment to like really be thankful, I would say that one thing I'm especially thankful for this year is the problems that I have. Because there's going to be a day where I will wish that the things that I worry about now are the things that I worry about.
Of course.
And I see things that other people are going through, and I cannot even fathom the way that something in my life that may seem trivial is like my biggest issue. I thank God. So for me, I would say I'm thankful for, the battles that I'm facing, the things that are making me stronger, and that those are the only things that I really have to worry about right now.
I mean, I would definitely echo everything you said, especially about the part of being grateful for like where I'm at and the problems I do have now too. Like, just to be more like to dive deep, like, I'm grateful I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I wake up every day. There's
Yes.
people that don't get to do that or say that.
Yeah.
There's people that live with pain every day of their life, and I don't.
Right.
I'm grateful that I can go to the gym, that I
Yeah.
can lift weights. Some people struggle with that as well.
Yeah.
my family being safe. Like, I'm so grateful that, like, love them to death, which is also cliche, but like, I'm grateful for
Yeah.
everyone in my life. And I'm also grateful for the people not in my life.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm grateful
bitch.
for everyone I
Let
kicked
them
out.
know.
Like, I'm really,
Yes.
with age, I want to cleanse my friend group and make sure
Yeah.
everyone around me is positive, happy, upbeat.
Yeah.
We deal with so much shit as it is. The last thing I need to do is stress
Yes.
friendships. So grateful for the people that I still have in my life that I do love, and I keep you there, so you're welcome.
Yes, no, for sure. And I feel like I'm like becoming my mom, but it's so funny when when everybody is home, when I know that like my parents are home, my brother's home, my boyfriend's home, like we're all like, the day is done, we're in for the night, nobody's going anywhere.
Hmm.
I feel this overwhelming sense of peace. I'm like, we're all good. We all made it through.
You say that,
Thankful for the
but I'm
day.
like, I'm such a psycho. I'm like checking my parents' camera, making sure no one's doing pop ups. I'm like, the other day, I was on my parents' ring, and there was someone blocking the camera, and I was like, this is sketchy. So
Yeah.
like, I waited a few seconds. I'm like, should I call the police? Should I call my mom? Like, what's
That's
going on?
so funny.
And then I realized my dad was just standing in front of it.
That is
And
so
then I
funny.
texted, I was like, oh my God, I almost called the cops. She goes, why? Because you saw your dad outside. I was like, yeah, he was blocking the camera, so
She
it was
knew.
giving me anxiety.
Oh my gosh,
Even
your
if you're
mom.
home, I don't trust it.
That is really funny. I actually bought my parents a Ring camera during the pandemic because there was so much
I
shit.
did the same,
Like
yeah.
in our small little happy town, like everyone's like vandalizing homes and all
Mhm.
this shit. And it was so like funny that I was like trying to gift my parents for Christmas the Ring, and I was like saying a little speech, like, and I was getting emotional, and I was
Aw.
like, I'm freaking gifting them a ring, and I'm like getting deep, like about them and like their safety and how I feel, and it was just so
We're just the
funny.
same person. Like,
Yeah.
I gifted my parents theirs too for like Christmas or
Yes.
something. And I said, and the only way is if I have access to. So like
100%.
they'll come home and I'll be like, hey, how was your day? They're like, can't
Yes,
stand me.
that's so funny. No, bitch, I made that login.
Yep.
No, but my parents have fun with it too because like my dad will be like on the porch, like doing something weird or like getting whatever, gathering leaves and stuff. And my mom will get on it and
It's
like start saying weird stuff, like just being funny, like to him, like, oh, hey, like whatever, popping in. And I just eavesdrop and it's so funny. Actually, now that I have a new phone, I have to re-log
Oh,
into Ring so I
I'm a
can
psycho with it.
partake in the
I'm
festivities
like, why aren't
again.
you home yet?
It's so funny. That
Even though I have
really
like everyone's
is.
location.
Like it's so good. It is. I mean, I love that.
It's a
is
great
just-
gift. Listen, if you
It
guys
is.
are worry warts like us, great
Yeah.
gift to get
And
family.
it's such a good thing to get like for your parents for
Mhm.
Christmas and Black Friday.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yep.
Get it on Black
And
Friday.
they're not that expensive. They have cheap options.
Yeah, they do.
You don't
Mhm.
got to go out and get like the Google version.
No, you can do it. And then the fun part too is you can be on like your little community scrolling through and being like, oh shit, there's a fox on that
When
street. Like
people find pets, I'm like, if no one claims it, I will take
yes,
it.
I know. Girl, don't even get me
I
started.
love the rings.
Don't even get me started. I think about it all the time too, just bringing home another pet in general. I could never, but like,
And I
ugh.
have a ring at my place now, and if there's like a crime that happens, like even if it's like 3 miles away, I'm like, gotta check the doors.
You're really you're
the
the
worst.
craziest with it. Like,
nutty.
I mean, you're great about it. Like,
Ugh.
absolute. Like, I will feel my safest around you. Like, I will know
I'm
you know all
prepared.
the exits.
I'm prepared.
You have every door locked, and you have like an escape plan through the window ready to go. So,
Like I'm like, and people may it's so sick to say,
yeah,
but like there's times I watch shows and I'm like, why couldn't that have been me? Because what I would have done was X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
and this, and that, and which is awful to say. Like obviously I'm blessed. Like,
No, I
have to deal
know.
with that, but I'm always like, I watch so much crime shows. I'll be prepared. Like
Yeah.
I will protect this house. I will grab my sledgehammer so fast.
yes.
Break your kneecaps. Like I have it all planned out. I
I'm
gotta stop
dead.
telling
You with the
about-
sledgehammer. It's
Yeah.
just such a funny random thing. I just find it so funny.
Well, I had one. I didn't know what to do with it, and I was like, you know what? This is great.
This
for
is
the side of
coming to my
bed.
bedside.
Yeah, literally.
Right next to my lamp and my book. My
Literally.
sledgehammer.
Ugh.
Love it. You know what's funny? I just remembered too, because I was thinking, I was like, we started this off by saying it feels like I've seen you forever. And I was like, I feel like I didn't just see you last recording. Like I think I might have seen you sooner. And then I realized we saw Wicked together.
We have a lot of events coming up.
Oh my
actually,
God.
together.
We have so much shit that we're going to together. Prepare to get sick of me. I'm so grateful that you still put up with me because, Lord,
No.
God bless you.
You are easy.
Do you ever think about that? Like, I'll think about my like close friends or like my boyfriend, and it's like, yeah, like I'm hanging out with you, and like that's all fun, and like it's the best time, but you have to hang out with me So that's really funny.
See, I see it as like, you're welcome. It's a
yeah,
gift.
you're right.
My time is precious.
You're
Your time is
fucking
precious. Yeah,
welcome.
like, you know what I could have been doing? I could have been sleeping. No, I'm kidding.
That's really funny. I had this one friend, she was a little conceited and whatever, but one thing that she did teach me was like in like back in the day when we would like go out for drinks and date and whatever, she'd be like, any guy that you're across the table from, this is like dating advice, like she would always say, just remember, like the honor is theirs. Like if you are giving them the time to be across the table from you, they are lucky. And I'm like,
Exactly.
you just have to think of that sometimes. I'm
I
like,
always,
"Ooh,
and then I
okay."
always like think about like when I was dating, you know, I think it's always nice to like sometimes you won't vibe with someone, but to also like leave things on a high. Like I don't ever like if I'm not feeling someone, we're still gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not me giving like a bad like, you know, like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
lead you on, but like we're already out, we're doing this thing, you know, like I'm not gonna obviously like go in for anything or
Yeah.
like but you're gonna have a great time with me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make the most of it
Yes.
and that's how all dates
We're
should be.
so fun. We're so
Yeah.
funny. I always say that too to my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm so funny. Like, you must have the time of your damn life.
Yep. And then they try and keep up and they're just not as funny.
Yeah, he thinks he's funnier than me. I'm like, that's the joke here.
I love the memes where it's like when you're out and a girl's laughing too hard at a joke your man said and it's like
Oh, smack him. Please get out of here.
I'm
What's
dead.
so funny? Literally, I send him all the memes that are like, this is how I want you to like act around
Mm.
women, where like the men will like shove them off a cliff, like if they try and say hello, or like don't hold the door open for them. Like, no, women
Mm.
don't exist in your world, just
Mm.
me, honey.
Mm.
We're kidding, by the way. We're just like totally kidding.
Okay, wait, this reminded me about something. So I
Yes.
watched this reel and he's a podcaster and he gives it his advice on things.
Yeah.
One guy called in, I think I sent it to you, and he was like, you know, how do I save my marriage? I slept with my
Oh.
mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, stepmother. It was her
stepmother-in-law.
stepmother.
Yes,
It was
stepmother.
his
Wife's
wife's
stepmother.
So
Yes.
the wife's father remarried.
Yes. Okay. Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm like dead because first off, he doesn't sound like he like feels bad. He's just like some bikini top fell off, and then I put the moves on, and it's like
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Listen in this situation, and the guy's like, your marriage is done. Like
Yeah.
you need to let
Yes.
her go, move on.
Yes. He said to him, like, aside from like anything with children, this is the most egregious thing you could do.
Yep.
Have the smallest ounce of respect for this woman and just go.
Yes, out of all people.
Yeah.
If I was the wife, I'd be like, stepmom's getting hands.
Yeah.
You're getting hands.
That's the other thing.
My
here.
dad's leaving
the
you.
Stepmom. The
Yeah,
stepmom. That dad better run for the hills, because I swear to God, like, could you imagine? There are so many scummy parents out there that will like stay with their partner even when their partner is so fucked up to like the kids and this and that. Like when the partner comes
Selfish.
into
Mhm.
like an already established family.
I would never get that.
Those are the worst kinds of people.
Like I can't even date someone that my parents don't
Like,
like.
who's worse, the husband or the stepmom? Like, what a sicko. I mean, the husband, but like,
yeah, I would think the husband, just because she married into the family, like
Yeah,
she
she's
has
not
a
the
whole
mom.
family
Yeah.
with this like guy,
yeah,
and he's like the biggest. And then it's not like he even said she tried to fix herself up quick,
Mhm.
but then he like went in for, and it's like
he's
damn,
like,
you couldn't even like make that sound a little better. That
like
story.
that. Are we in a porno? Like, are
like
you
what just
okay?
happened? Yeah,
Like,
he's
what?
like, I wanted to make sure that she got up for work, and I'm like,
Yeah,
time out. Where's her husband?
I can't
Okay,
actually.
anyways, that was just wild to me.
No, it is. It's beyond. Well, you know, we'll leave
Back
that
to
one there.
Wicked.
Back to Wicked. We have to talk about Wicked because I am just still at a loss for words. I think there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of promo around it. And it's just like, is this going to be what it's made out to be? And I cannot say one bad thing truly. I think it was absolute perfection. I think Cynthia is, I mean, I have chills just like thinking about her
great.
performance. She made me emotional. Ariana, it, like, dare I say, can act as well as she can sing. I mean, she was absolutely phenomenal. I think the cast was 12 out of 10. Everyone did an amazing job. And how can you even beyond the cast, I mean, what they created with Oz, everything they did, they sang live, they created the set, down to the train being real. Like, it was just absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I will be honest. I'm not someone that knew what Wicked was about. The
Yeah.
only thing I know about Wicked is
Yeah.
has to do with the Wizard of Oz, and it's on Broadway.
Right.
2 things I know. And then in middle
Mhm.
school, I sang for good in like one of my
Yes,
chorus
yes,
classes,
yes.
whatever. So
Which
that's
you
all I
graced.
know.
Go back to last week's episode because Amanda graced us with a couple
For good.
tunes from For Good, a couple lines.
I'm tone deaf, I know.
No.
But I would say, like, for someone that I had a gist of what the storyline was about,
Right.
obviously with the title, but for someone that didn't know much about it, I thought it was really good. I don't know if I knew or like read the book or any of that stuff, if it would live up to my expectation, because I can't compare it. But I think it was done really well for someone that has no idea what it's about.
I would say the consensus is exactly that.
Okay.
Like everyone has thought, and even a lot of people, which you love to see, like people who are such haters and critics of it, and they're like, damn, like they did their thing.
I gotta see what Rotten Tomato gave it.
And yeah, go see what Rotten Tomatoes gave it. I have not heard, truly, I haven't heard someone say a bad word about it. And
it was really good.
It was phenomenal. I think they did an incredible job. I need to go see it again. I would issue.
What do you think? What do you think the Rotten Tomato scores and the audience?
Audience is going to be like 98%.
Okay.
And Rotten Tomatoes maybe like 90.
So Rotten Tomatoes is 90, and then the audience is 96.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty good.
I did good. I will issue a word of caution. If you go to see Wicked, check your tickets and make sure you're not seeing 3D.
Oh, there is a non-3D option?
I don't know. There has to be.
No, I think maybe not.
Is it all in 3D?
Everyone I've known that's seen it has been in 3D.
Girl, this, first of all, ooh, child the ghetto. I did not know that 3D was still a thing to the point where it's like you're putting on these freaking glasses. I think it ruined the experience.
Honestly, I think the 3D was useless, because if it was like cooler, where like I'm thinking like Jurassic World, where like something might come and grab, there was none of that.
It's popping out in front of you and it looks 3D.
Yes.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah. And for me, it ruined it. The clarity was compromised. You and I were fidgeting with our glasses, trying to take them on and off to see if we could, but you can't watch it without them because then it's blurry.
Blurry, yeah.
And I think that when I put those glasses on, everything got darker, less vibrant compared to what was actually on the screen. And they were annoying. At first, I was like even dizzy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm old, but this shit is giving me a headache. I hated it.
Yeah, it didn't need it. Like, for example, like Avatar, I love that in 3D. I thought it was great because you see them like fly over, go in the water.
Right,
like,
it makes sense.
It makes sense. But like for this, it didn't.
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
like the second one, you know,
can.
with like the flying monkeys and all that stuff, maybe different. But for this one, it was unnecessary.
It did not jump out. It was super unnecessary. And for such a film, I mean, I know that my friend, shout out Tommy, he texted me and he was like, fuck, I'm seeing the 3D. And I was like, damn, like, and I had seen something like that on our tickets, but I was like, I really was like, gone are the days where we're putting on these stupid glasses. Like they weren't. Like we had to put the glasses on.
Yeah, I went in blind. But
And
I mean,
was like,
it was
whoa.
good. The movie was so good that it made up for like the 3D part. I even forgot about it till you brought it up.
Right. I was, damn, because I was like, I need to go. Because I loved it. As someone too who like grew up singing, I was in my high school play. Like I was all about like musicals and all that stuff. Like for me, I was blasting the soundtrack ever. Like after we watch it, forget it. Like every time I shower, that soundtrack is playing. Like I'm just obsessed. I was like, I'm going again so I could see it in non 3D. And that's my plan for like the next week or two. And I hope that there's.
I won't go with you again, but
no, I'm not asking. I wasn't asking. Damn.
I liked it, but like
I know it's okay.
hard for me to watch movies again unless I forget a little bit about it. Like I could probably watch it again in like a year.
Yeah. I think for me, we'll watch it again when part 2 comes out.
I'm excited for that.
But to tell you too the story, like I really don't. This was on Broadway. Like with the. By the way, let's not say it. There was a major like.
Reveal?
Something that happened during the Emerald City scene, and it paid homage to the original musical.
I told everyone about that.
Oh no! I was just gonna say
because a lot of people brought up the original, and I was like, oh well, people I spoke to that
you mentioned
I
something.
mentioned it. Yeah.
What I love is online. I haven't seen any spoilers, and every comment I see about what happens during that scene says like, I love that we're all collectively keeping this secret. And I really, because you would think like you would see headlines that say, yeah, well, you are
awful.
You are awful. I will say, I love you to death. And if I had to find one of your flaws, I would say it is that you spoil. If you know something before me, if you
Oh.
watch something first or if you read something first, like I got no chance.
Well, this is my thing. Like, for example, when we were watching Lie to Me,
Tell me lies.
Tell Me Lies. So you're like giving me a play-by-play, and I'm like, girl, just wait. This happens.
Yeah. You said, you literally told me there was like this
I had a
thing
few drinks, though.
going around with tell me lies that, but it doesn't matter
I know.
because you do it
But-
every time.
But I
with
feel like I'm a
everything.
lot worse with alcohol.
There-
I'm just
well,
like, this happened. Done.
Yes. So like next time I just have to like fake it and like not tell you that I'm even reading or watching whatever the thing is. But like you just, it's another level.
And I voice noted it. I remember
You
that.
said, okay, so Tell Me Lies has this major, major thing that happens at the end. And then everybody was like, jaw on the floor, like, can't believe it. And there's a few big pieces that make season 2 so great that people talk about. And I literally started it because I heard the hype of, oh my God, just wait till this. And I never got that moment because you told me.
Well, you gotta
And I
watch
was
things
like,
when I watch things. I can't wait for you to
girl.
catch up, okay?
OMG.
The world needs to go when Amanda goes.
Okay, well, I literally, lesson learned. Next time I'm just going to not tell you.
You know
until
what's
I
funny?
watch
Like
it.
with shows and movies, I have such a huge mouth. But like friendships, I like to like be good
You're
at.
saving it.
No, but then I think about when I was a kid.
She's
My
like, let
mom's
me
like,
save this
you
real
can't
quick.
say shit in front of you because you just go and repeat it.
That's really funny.
And I'm like, well, now I know what I can like this, like TV show. I'm like, I spoiled the show. Ugh, I saved you time. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like with friendships, I'm like, girl, to the grave.
That is real. No, that's true. I will give you that. But
So you got to pick and choose
That's
which one
where
you
it
want.
counts. If that's your flaw, I'll
Yeah.
take it. I just won't tell you what I'm watching or reading.
Deal.
You know what's so funny? My godmother, God bless her. I love this woman to death, like beyond. She's my mom's. It's like us. She's my mom's best friend, and she
So
had
she's
met
like
her.
your aunt, yeah.
They had like their first. My mom and her like started working together. It was like one of their first jobs ever, and that's how they met. And they were like best friends since. And then she baptized me when I was born.
Aw.
So she's my godmother, love her, queen. She lives in Australia and she has a daughter around my age as well. So she and I are always like talking and we laugh at our moms and we, whatever, even though she's in Australia, like
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how special this friendship is, even down to when they had she had her wedding, my god sister, and it was during the pandemic. So obviously I couldn't go to Australia. She FaceTimed me on her wedding day to show me her dress. Like I
Aw.
cannot. But this is beside the point. But my godmother has a mouth, but it's innocent because she's excited. So like when my god sister was pregnant, like immediately, like obviously your mom is gonna know, but you're not telling the world. But like her mom immediately is texting my mom and I like, shh, don't tell. She's gonna kill me if she knows that I told you, but blah blah blah. And then like she'll tell us everything first. Like the name is this, the gender is this. She did the same thing with her son.
I
and
love a
we're-
friend like that.
And we're dying,
Mm.
but we have to be like,
Surprise
oh,
when
congrats. And
yeah.
it's just like a secret we keep. And like, hopefully you're not listening, Renee, but like, I know all the things. Okay.
I love
But-
knowing tea. I love friendships like that where it's like, girl.
Yes.
And then they tell you, then I'm
Yes.
like, you better act surprised.
No, that is fine and funny, but it's just funnier because that's literally her daughter. You know what I mean? It's not you and me being like, so-and-so is pregnant. Keep it locked. Like it's her mother. You know what I mean? So it's funny because it's so close to like, you know what I mean? If you tell me something about like a random friend that I'm not that close with, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
when it's like within the family and you're not telling any family members, but her mom is like the boom, and we're just dying.
I was
like,
the worst. My aunt was pregnant, and my mom and aunts wanted to throw her a like surprise baby shower.
yeah.
So I went out with her, and she was picking out. I said, "Oh, you don't want to wear that. You don't want to wear that. You want to get your nails done anyway." And then she's like, "What the hell's going on?" I said, "They're throwing you a surprise baby shower."
Stop.
fucking ruined
You,
it.
oh my God.
Mind you,
Listen,
I was like 13.
I'm screaming.
Why would
but
they
you
tell
kept
me
that
that at
trait.
13?
You kept that trait,
I know,
bitch.
but I was trying to make sure and then my mom knew right when she walked in. She's like, someone told her.
Listen,
And then I was like,
I better tell my man, you were supposed to be the one that like is one of those that's going to help with like
oh,
the
I wouldn't
proposal.
tell you.
I don't
wouldn't tell
know.
you.
About
I
the
wouldn't. I want to see it raw. You know, like that's.
Yeah.
I want to see your ugly cry.
I don't
like,
know.
I want it
Now-
to be. You know.
We got to issue him a warning. Also, like,
I'm not. I'm
This
gonna
is
like
another
avoid
thing.
you for like a month.
Here's
I'm
a
gonna
no. You're
say
gonna
no.
have to like make a lot of. I'm gonna be like, she fucking weird. She
I was
ain't
like,
hanging out with me.
that's
She
what you
won't
chose for
drink
your nails this
around
weekend.
me. Yeah, you're gonna ruin it with the nail thing.
All right.
That happened
Don't tell
to
me.
that happened to my best friend. She was getting proposed to, and her mom kept being, and her sister, and people were like, "Oh, come get your nails done with us," like pushing, pushing, pushing. And then she wouldn't. She's like, "What the hell?" Like she was like fighting with them, like, "Leave me alone. I don't want to go get my fucking nails
You know what?
done."
They could look crazy
And then
then.
they had to like let her be. And then she was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like she didn't even have anything on her nails. It was just
That's
so
her
funny.
fault.
It is.
I would have
They
been like,
really
I'll go if you
tried.
guys pay for it.
Like
You
she
know,
really,
I
yeah,
never.
you got to get your man to like pay for it one day. And if he's not somebody that does, like, my man will like sporadically just be like, "Oh, here's for your nails," or this or that. Like you got to you got to plan ahead. You got to be doing that so that it's not so random that it's like, "Oh, you've never paid for her nails, but now you're gonna," you know what I mean? You got to plan ahead. Give her a year's worth of nails, and then, she won't suspect anything.
I'm a psycho. I probably will see the ring before it even gets proposed. I'll find
You're going to
everything.
find it.
Yeah, I'm just like.
I know.
And mostly because this man leaves stuff in his pockets. So when I do laundry, I'm like, it got to a point where I was like, okay, I washed your headphones. Sorry, I didn't know they were in your freaking pocket.
Yeah.
So now I have to like check everything, and then if I'm putting stuff away.
Yeah,
so.
I know that's the thing too, because we are the one. Like I always put away like my boyfriend's laundry and this and this. They're gonna be really smart. Like,
and if they're not, it's their fault.
Yes, that is true. And I also wonder, like, are you gonna want to be like how they do like a bridal shower, but they'll surprise you. Like,
No.
I don't know if I care that it's a surprise. Like maybe you could surprise me that it's that day, but I want to know to be prepared. Like I know what I would want to wear. I would want to have my hair and makeup done a certain
normal?
way.
I thought
for the shower, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know if I care about that, or if you tell me before so that I'm like ready the way I want to be ready.
Most I've known that I've gone to, they know about it, but usually like yes,
They
like
don't
their
know what
mother
day.
plans it and stuff.
Oh
but
yeah, I think that I would like the surprise is like what's in the room and where we are going and all that.
I
But
wanna
like
do it
I
all.
want to get ready myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to, or
I want to know where it is, what I'm gonna wear.
yeah, I think some people have like done it where they'll pick the dress they want, but they don't know when. And so then they have that ready. But like, yeah. And the proposal thing too, like I want to fucking feel my absolute best. Like I need you to plan it where like, I'm going to be to the fucking nines for these photos.
Oh yeah. Otherwise I'm going to say no, redo.
Like
redo.
redo. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Like literally. Or you just don't post those photos and then you do a shoot because like what the hell?
There's this girl I know. I used to work with her, and her boyfriend at the time wanted to take her out to dinner for her birthday. He's like, let's go somewhere nice, like get dressed. I'm gonna take you somewhere to be a nice, like steakhouse or something. She's like, no, I don't. I kind of just want to wear. And then he's like, no, like I want you to like I want to. She goes, no, like let's just go to Applebee's.
So then you don't listen. Then you don't fucking do the proposal.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Don't do
anyways.
it.
And
you don't even ask. You say, I have a reservation. I will get charged if we don't go.
She was wearing sweats. I mean,
bitch.
She did say yes and all that, but then she like immediately regretted not saying yes to the nicer dinner. But it's like, it's hard.
I know.
Like,
It is hard.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you have a loving partner and you're happy, that's all that matters. I
Yes.
just want to preface it by saying that, like,
it matters to me. No?
But I would like, knowing who my partner is and how he's going to plan it, like, I would like you to make sure that mama is feeling her best.
The best.
Like, I need to know, like, I want to feel like, oh, we're going to a photo shoot for the fucking podcast. Like, I need to beat, I need my hair, I need my outfit, I need to look snatched as hell.
I agree. Don't worry.
Okay.
If you don't do this right.
Yeah.
Throw the whole man out.
Left side, my left side only is photographed because you don't want to see what's on this side.
Don't worry.
Don't want to see it.
Tell him he has to tell me like the day before, so I don't have enough time to spoil it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do that.
And then I sent you a gift
I
card.
actually saw a video where this one girl, where it was like the friend group and they just know how this one girl is, so they didn't tell her, the friend.
Oh shit.
So when they filmed the proposal, they also panned like the friends on the side were like filming the girl and they
her
they like
reaction?
covered her mouth and they were like, shut the fuck up. Sit there.
Oh.
So we're gonna need to do that for you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about a few things on the agenda today. Vanderpump Rules.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Like, okay. So there's so much that came out with Vanderpump in one day, like overload. Vanderpump Rules is getting an all new cast. All of the OGs, they are not keeping one of them. La goodbye. Ariana, Schwartz, everybody. I don't even want to say his name, so I won't. He's gone. Totally new cast for the next season.
I'm excited about that. No offense.
Yeah.
But it was getting a little too catty, too mature. Like, you guys have families now. Like, don't you just want to get away from the drama?
It is to the point where they need to do something because like half the cast members can't be in the same room with each other anymore. It's dead. Like all the shit happened that could happen. Like, and I think I wouldn't have been upset even if they just ended the show. I'm curious to see if it will take off with a new cast. Like, I don't know. Is this going to save it? Like, just come up with a different show. I don't know how I feel about them being just like a totally new cast, but I could eat my words, like wishing them the best. I have no idea, but I wouldn't have been mad if they just like ended the show.
Do you watch that new show? I think Lisa's part of it, but it's like
Vanderpump Villa?
No, it's like the club version of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
And it's with one of the girls that she knows, obviously Lisa, all them. She has nightclubs that are in.
No, I don't watch it.
But it's very similar. Like very similar, young
They
cast.
have so many spin-offs. Like why are like what is the reason?
And I didn't mind it. I thought the casting was good, the drama was good, but I think this is going to be very similar to that.
Yeah,
so
because they
I
also
agree,
have the Valley. Like they've done so many. Vanderpump Villa, the Valley, the one that you're talking about. Like how many freaking things they're just like trying it.
I ain't gonna lie, I saw the cast already. People are saying they assume this is a cast because it's pictures of the current servers that are
these are the
SUR.
rumors. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say Marcus.
Oh my God, I'm dead that you have like names and faces.
Marcus.
Okay.
Mer.
No. This is not what we're doing.
Wait, hold on.
This is not what we're doing.
This is Hannah.
No.
Hannah's cute.
I'm really dead. What if these aren't what if this is like a fan taking a photo with Lisa? Like I'm actually dead.
No,
for
these
real.
people work there. These people do work there.
Okay.
Like, I think she's cute.
Okay. I mean, all right. Well, we'll see. What's her name for our listeners
That
who
one is
aren't
Hannah.
watching? Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Gabriella. She wants to be an actor, which most of the people that work at
tracks for sure. Okay. All right. I mean, look, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover.
No, she's cute.
You know.
Very cute.
I know what it feels like. We got some haters on our in our comments.
Motherfuckers, stay coming for me.
Yeah, they really do. Leave Amanda alone. She's a pure soul. Leave her alone.
And then you guys sometimes catch me where I feel like arguing. So I'm like, you know what? I wake up and choose violence.
Sometimes Amanda has to warn me and be like, "Listen, I went in on our comments. Like, I'm sorry. I'll scale back." And I'm like, you know what, girl? These people are some haters. Like, sometimes you just gotta.
Okay, two more. This is Mike.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a decent picture of Mike.
I mean, they're not really going to be able to see much from your phone as it is. So, what do you think about Mike?
Oh, these are both. These are Marcus and Mike.
Okay.
A little cutie.
Okay.
Okay, last one.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
McKenna, she's the last one.
I don't know if they're going to be able to see anything from your phone.
That's fine.
Don't make me do extra work by plopping in all the photos.
No, you guys can go on SUR's page, and there's a group photo of them.
Okay, got it. Are they tagged?
Yep, they're all tagged. That's how I know them all. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this one is McKenna.
Because I'm like, please don't make me edit in a photo for every time you see a person.
You guys can go on their website and see.
I love you guys, but it's, I'm Mama's tired.
If this
I
is
have to cook Thanksgiving this year. I'm tired. I got to get this episode edited and the fuck out to the people,
all
you
right,
know?
well, if this is gonna be the cast, I hope for the best. I wish them luck.
Yeah.
Can we try and not sleep in the same friend group like the last season?
Oh, that's what they want. That's what they're
2 seasons?
doing. That's what they
Ugh.
got to give. Like, we'll see what happens.
Fine.
Super interested. I'm intrigued. I'll watch it, but am I excited? No.
Yeah, I would agree. But I also I have no life, so I don't mind watching some trash TV.
Yeah.
I consider this trash TV.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, it is.
I feel like all reality shows I consider
right.
trash TV.
Even though we love them. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we watch.
Housewives, trash.
Yeah.
But I
like,
love it.
yeah, but we fucking love it. But anyways. Okay. Movie news. Verity casting news came out.
Oh.
So we found out who is going to play Verity in Colleen Hoover's book. It is a major thriller by Colleen Hoover. She does mostly romance. What do you think? Anne Hathaway is cast as Verity.
I'm excited. I feel like that's such a big name.
Yeah.
Colleen, girl, you got that money.
Yeah, girl.
Honey for these actors.
Yes.
Blake Lively. Like, I'm
Yes.
just like, oof. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so sick of these effing Facebook group. You people can never be satisfied. You hate everyone. No one's
Yeah.
happy with Anne Hathaway. I'm like,
I
it's
know.
not that serious.
Nobody's happy, and I find that odd. First of all, like, I think it signifies a great film being made, a good budget, an actress who has proven herself to take on very versatile roles. And also, if you think about it, like, Verity is bedridden. She's not the girl we're following around the story.
She has a different hair color
You
than
know,
Anne, but that's easy to change.
It's easy to change, and if you don't want to change it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to be laying down for most of this movie anyways. So we will still see like who's going to be our main girl and guy, and like what's going to go down. There are some things I'm nervous about because I particularly, if you remember when we talked about Verity, like, I know everyone loves this book, but like there were some parts that were just hard for me, like with even just through her writing, even though it wasn't real or whatever it was, like the kids scenes really, like her forcing her kid to puke, like all this stuff is gonna, I don't know.
Oh, she's gonna be such a great actor doing that. Like it's sick to say, but I've seen her in some films. Like
she's good to.
Eileen, did you watch Eileen with her in it?
No.
Well, she did. She played a really good, like, strong character in there, and I can already see that she's gonna.
No,
kill
I
it.
think she's gonna be great in
But
this
I know what you
role.
mean. Those are rough, but for me, I'm not.
Yeah,
I love shit like this, like
sick
shit.
It was just hard for me. I guess what my downfall with this book was like everyone praising it beyond measure, and then me just being like, this stuff with the kids is the part that I was like, this is the book everybody loves. Like, I was mad uncomfortable, but I still, I think it was a good thriller. I think it was well done. I think it was well written. I think Anne is great for this role. I think she'll be great.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this may be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like there's no book to film adaptation, is that the word? Adaptation, God, big words for me.
Look at you.
That I loved the male character, like the main.
Yeah.
The only one I did was in Colleen Hoover.
It Ends With Us.
What's his name?
Which one?
Ryle?
Brandon Sklenar. Oh, Justin Baldoni. Ryle.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
But I think about like every other one, like they always disappoint me, and I'm hoping it won't be the same.
Listen, Taylor Lautner, you fucking killed that role as Jacob, and don't listen to Amanda. You were the best of the best, and I love you, and I will not post your reaction face on our screen while I'm talking about it.
Edward was way more of a disappointment.
I had the biggest crush
than Jacob.
I had the biggest crush on, yeah, for sure. I had the biggest crush on Taylor Lautner, so like nothing will ever take that away from me.
My point is like I need them to really the housemaid.
And I met him.
Oh, fuck. We already know who's going to be the main person for Housemaid. Never mind.
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful.
I think he can do it. I think Brandon Sklenar can do it for Andrew. I think he is a great actor. I think I'm just fatigued because he's already our Atlas and It Ends With Us.
Yeah.
But we will see. And also, Never Lie by Frida McFadden is becoming a movie.
Yo, Colleen and Frida are like...
They are just, I know. Good for them. Like,
yeah.
Get it. So, Never Lie. You haven't read that one yet.
I haven't read it, no.
It's a big one. Like, people say, there are some people who love The Housemaid as, like, her favorite, like, their favorite Frida book.
Mhm.
And those who don't say it's Never Lie. There's like a battle
Mm.
between the two. Never Lie is supposed to be really good. And I think we should do it for the pod when closer to when the movie's going to come out.
I'm
And
okay
we'll
with
like
that.
share thoughts and all that. Or maybe we should start like at some point soon so that we can like start doing predictions and casting and like what we envision.
Yep.
But I think it's supposed to be a really good one. People love it.
I'm okay with reading it. I liked Want to Know a Secret. I thought that one was good.
Hmm.
I would say my least favorites are like The Inmate, The
No, the
Coworker.
coworker is bottom of the barrel.
Freaking turtles.
So many turtles and
I was like, Frida, what's your obsession with turtles?
the coworker. Well, she studied marine
Well, yeah, we
biology,
went through this here, yeah.
but I just can't with the coworker. It wasn't for me, and it wasn't for you. Don't lie, like it wasn't. But we will read Never Lie. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for her. I'm excited for Colleen. Like keep doing it big. Like justice for authors. Let's go. Like this is the time of for all the book girlies.
And don't change. It
D-
starts with us. I want the same cast.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I want the same cast.
There's rumors that like
It
Blake
kills it when you
Lively won't
change it.
return. You can't change it. Like if you're gonna change the cast, you might as well not film the movie.
Yeah, I'd rather you not, because I already put a face to like. I hate when they do that. I hate it.
It
I
would
hate it.
really be devastating.
Blake Lively, stop being
They're
a
just
brat.
gonna have to. You don't know that it's Blake.
Oh.
Don't say that.
Okay, fine.
We don't know. We don't know anything.
Because
We
I
know
thought
what
her
they
and
want you
Colleen
to
were
think.
close.
They are close.
Isn't it her say at the end of the day, Colleen's?
We'll see what. Yeah, we'll see.
Fine,
what
I won't
happens.
start rumors,
Just,
but-
yeah, don't start rumors. Hopefully, they could just pay
Is this
everybody
what-
to
is
get
this-
along.
Is this like you confirmed that she's not? Where'd you hear this?
No, I said it was a rumor.
Oh, it was a rumor. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll take back my little
Yes,
comment.
exactly.
Sorry.
Thanks. Okay, this gives us the perfect segue talking about books to get into the book that we continued reading this week. So we're reading One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We read chapters 17 through 23 this week. We are getting more into the story. I mean, we figured out what happened with Jesse. He came home, like all the things. So first impressions, lay it on me.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's honestly, I think I'm just biased because love books are super hard for me,
Mhm.
and this reminds me of Castaway, the movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like if the ending's gonna be similar, that sucks. But I'm still waiting for a twist, which I know it's not a thriller.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's well written.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing bad. Storyline is like good and everything, but I'm just like I'm like it kind of reminds me of Ugly Love. But I'm like, ugh, let's move on.
Okay.
That's me.
I'm really enjoying it. I
Mhm.
think this section for me personally was the best so far because we got into like the things that I
Final
wanted to
things.
get into.
Mhm.
Like we started off reading and learning about Sam and her relationship and then Jesse and her, like from young and like building up their relationships, how they met, how they interact, like their history. And then now we actually got to like current day where it's like now we know where Jesse was, what happened to him, and like he actually comes home. So for me, it's like so devastating. I was at first like when we're into the engagement with Sam and like their little life, I'm like so team Sam and I'm like he's so pure, he's so special, he knows her so well. The things that he said to her, like even understanding everything she's been through and being careful to preserve her husband's memory, he has just gone above and beyond and his love is so pure and special.
Mhm.
And then I'm like all riding for Sam and then I hear the part about like Jesse coming home and I'm like no, you know. And then Jesse comes home and I'm like damn it. Now I'm it's like whoever she's talking to, I'm like on that side. Like this is devastating.
Yeah, for me, I feel like, obviously poor Jesse, like it's not his fault what he went
No.
through, and he should have the biggest support when he's home. But also, it has been years. I think she is going to end up with Sam just because they have built this life. Jesse's not going to be the same person he was before he left.
Yeah.
He's been through so much. He wouldn't even tell her why he doesn't have a finger. Like, I just,
Well, it's early.
yeah, I was like, oh, I want to know so bad.
Yeah.
When he didn't bring it up, I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But I have so many questions with that part, but I'm already
Yeah.
assuming a shark. That's where my head goes.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to end up with Sam just because it makes the most logic sense. They built this life that I feel like they can't go back from.
Yeah.
And things may have, and Jesse may be the love of her life, but like, you can't throw away the last 3 years you had with Sam. It's just
Yeah, like this is your current life now and your everyday. And a lot has changed. But at the same time, I will say, like, so I think it's like Sam's reaction, I was dying. It was so hot. Like, I was like, because I didn't not know what to expect. Like, when he found out, and she was like, I'm engaged. And like, it's like this thing she's been worrying about saying. And he was like, oh, damn. Like, I thought you were going to say you were
You
already married.
married,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, that's fucking savage, bro. He's like, I got time. I got this. Like,
Exactly.
he's
Very
like, we're,
cocky.
we're
Yeah.
Jesse and Emma. Like, hello. Like, we're good. And I was like, damn. Like,
Mm.
that was something. And I also enjoyed that he acknowledged like what she had been through and everything like that. And she was saying some things like, this is my home, this is my comfort, this is my, so I don't know, I'm very torn. I think there's
Yeah.
no right answer though.
But then I also think about like when she was with Jesse, she was into traveling, she was into doing all these
Yeah.
things. And, Sam was kind of like the more calm one. Like she her whole life changed too. Now she likes working at the bookstore.
Yeah.
So like she's also not the same person she
That's
was before
actually
Jesse.
such a great point. And she wanted to kind of settle down. She was getting into that mindset and
And he
brought it
wasn't
up
there
to
yet.
him.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like you can't, like, yes, that's fine and that's fun, but you can't spend your whole life jet setting like that. Like
Yeah.
she's like ready to, like, for the next phase. And I think you're right. I think for like Sam is that person. And I totally don't blame him for his feelings either. How he's like, I want somebody to be like,
Sure
you're
about
my
me.
one true love
Mhm.
and you're my, and he said something that like gutted me like before Jesse came home, and I wrote it down. Let me see if I can just like pull it up really quick. And he said, just promise me something. Don't stay with me if you want to be with him. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And like then she couldn't give him that. He's like sick at home, waiting, waiting, waiting. At the very least, she could have like just texted him and been like, listen, like, I'll be home at this time or something. I was like, holy
Yeah, he
shit.
definitely was losing it.
Yeah.
God, rather her than me. Like, I can't even imagine. Because it's like, you want to be sensitive to Jesse because of what he's been through.
Yeah.
But you have this whole other person who you built a life with, who you're
Yeah.
engaged to, who
Right.
you made a commitment to.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There is no right answer.
There is
It's a
none.
devastating position to be in as either one of as any of the three.
Yeah.
You know who I hated? The mother.
Mm.
Jesse's mom, when she said, "Oh, well, you're already," when he finds out
Yeah,
you're
when they were-
already engaged, I was like, "Go F yourself, you dumb bitch." Like,
Yeah.
seriously, that's horrible. That is
Yeah.
so
And
nasty.
if, God forbid, Jesse did, like, he would want her to be happy and move on. And the mom should
Yeah.
want the same, not knowing.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what's funny too? I like brought this up to my boyfriend, like just the scenario, and I was like, "Listen to this. Like, this is so crazy. Like, what's happening?" Because like I had to put it down and stop reading, and I was like, "Oh my God." He always does this thing where like he envisions me like as the girl, and then he's like, yeah, well, have fun. Like you already found somebody else. You gave up. Like you gave up, and he's getting like mad, and I'm like, listen, like.
You're supposed to be
I'm
dead.
like, first of all, she had no idea. I
Yeah.
was like, she didn't want to let it go. Like her family like had to force her, and they were like, you're in denial, you're senile, you're crazy. I'm like, she mourned him. She said like, I'm not, like everyone like literally was like, your mental case, like he's dead. Like she had to move on. It's been years. And he was like, he was like, so that's just it. Like if I go missing, like you're gonna give up and just like, oh, just go off into the sunset with somebody else. He's like, what if Cash, like our dog, he's like, what if our dog went missing? Would you ever stop looking for Cash? I don't think so. He's like, oh, bye-bye, have fun if you moved on. I was like, oh my God. It's interesting from a guy's perspective.
mean, yes, but like, no, we'd be devastated about Cash,
Yes.
but I wouldn't mean I wouldn't get another dog.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what he said.
future.
He's like, we would never, if he went missing, we would look every day. And I'm like,
And you should have, like, if
I'm
you
like,
went
of
missing, it would have
course
been
we
your
will.
fault.
I'm like, yeah, no. I was like, that's never gonna happen. Like, I didn't even say that when he said if he goes missing, but when he said that about the dog, I was like, it will never happen. I was like, stop it.
Yeah.
It's
They're not
never-
going to end up together. I feel like
Ugh.
it's too, like,
Yeah.
it's a long time. And his mentals must be, like, imagine,
Yeah.
like, having years with just you in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the same. He needs therapy,
Yeah.
and she
They
needs...
can't just like pick up where they left off.
They
I was
can't.
devastated that they put off the wedding.
that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, but of course it was.
Yeah.
And Sam was like on the nose with that. He was like, "No, I'm not sitting here like
I
just,
hate that he's so sweet about it, because then it
he's
would make it
so-
easier.
He's like perfect. This
Yeah,
man
he's
is
good, too.
everything and more. I will say one thing about like the the way that you're saying like a love book and a, just still wanting a twist. I think this would have been interesting as a book if we read it from the perspective of this is Jesse and Emma's story, and we're learning what happened, and then he goes missing, and we know nothing. Like that we're as the
Oh,
reader
I would have loved that,
thinking
hearing
he's
his
dead.
side, and then
Like
they
we
come.
think he's dead. So then we follow her into moving on years later and the sadness and the grief, and we
Mm-hmm.
meet Sam and we think this is her light. And then there's a twist. We don't know about it up front that Jesse comes back. Like I think I was actually surprised when I started reading it that it didn't start off with like Jesse and Emma's story and then he dies and then we're into the book and then all of a sudden he comes back. Like I would rather be shocked
Mm-hmm.
than know that it's coming. I think that is the one change I would have
That would have
maybe
been good
made.
too, because she could have wrote a second book. It could have been like right
Yeah.
before she says "I do," he comes and like
Yeah.
that would have been great.
That yeah.
Or even if it was like the first half was her, kind of like you mentioned, her life, her meeting Sam,
Yeah.
her man, and then we started with Sam, like I'm sorry, Jesse with the
Yeah.
crash, what happened, how he
Yes.
lived, and then how it comes together at the end. Like I would have loved that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe for me it's just too lovey-dovey right now, but if it had all these layers, I would love
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But good story overall. Definitely excited to see what happens next. So for next week, we're going to be reading chapters 24 to 31.
If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at Book Please Podcast. And you can also listen to us on most of the popular podcast streaming.
All major
listening.
platforms.
There we go. I'm like, what is it called?
All major platforms, wherever you get your podcasts.
And we also have a Facebook group
Called
Book Please Booklets.
Meet Us There. Bye.